The earlier reports on that deal were that they were going to cut anywhere between $80 to $100 billion from the stimulus package, and the question was, is it going to be enough of the cuts to entice a couple of Republicans to vote with it, and is it going to be too many cuts that would lead some Democrats to vote against it? Now, I have a list of the things that they were looking to cut earlier when it was $80 billion that they were cutting. We don't know if this is the final list because they just submitted it and it isn't public yet. But this is a good sense of where it is likely to come from, because they got this from Senator Nelson's office, and a spokesperson did confirm it earlier in the day. Now, I hope you're sitting. You're going to love what they cut and what they added to. All right, so let's start with what they cut. Head Start, education for the disadvantaged, school improvement, child nutrition, firefighters, Transportation Security Administration, Coast Guard, prisons, cops hiring, violence against women, NASA, NSF, Western Area Power Administration, CDC, food stamps. Now, those are the reductions. Also, public transit, no, those are the eliminations, I should be clear. Eliminated the increases for those departments. Now, those departments are not eliminated, but the increase that was in the bill for those, gone. They'd get no increase whatsoever. These are the reductions. Public transportation that we were talking about is cut by $3.4 billion. How about school construction? Cut by $60 billion. Now, what are the increases? Defense operations and procurement. You have got to be shitting me. We're going to add more to defense? The most bloated department in the government by far. From what I have read in all the sources that delve into the Defense Department, this is just my ballpark guess at it, okay? I think the Defense Department is about 50% pork, so that the retired generals get paid off, the retired congressmen and senators get paid off, the current congressmen and senators get contributions in their home states through these defense contractors and the plants and the factories that they build in their home states. Everybody gets paid off with our money. They're going to increase defense spending after they cut all the things that I just told you about. Because that's what the problem with America was. We didn't have enough defense spending. And that's supposed to stimulate the economy. Well, it'll definitely stimulate, Raytheon and Halliburton and Dynacorp and all those guys. Yeah, they'll be stimulated. But they were stimulated for the last 8 goddamn years. We're going to stimulate them more. And then they also added to the STAG grants, the brownfields, and in other parts they added to transportation funding, but not as much as they took away. So I was happy to have the bill cut in some ways, right? And can I tell you with 100% certainty that none of this makes sense? No, of course not. For example, how much cops hiring was there? How much was there for the Coast Guard? Did the Coast Guard really need all that money? How much money could they have used? How much was too much? Those are all very fair questions. I got no problems. And if they say, hey, look, we trimmed here and there because we thought that they could do without, not only could I live with that, I might have even liked that because I thought the bill did overspend. And school construction, $60 billion for school construction is a hell of a lot of money. And now if they reduce that a little bit, maybe that's not so bad. Now, if they reduce it by $60 billion, okay, then I don't know that we're doing any school construction. But those are all debatable things. But the thing that really sets me off is all the programs that were eliminated appear to be good, solid programs that would have, A, helped a lot of Americans, and B, would have created more jobs. The ones that are added, defense, I can't. Should we have good, solid defense spending in the country? Of course! But do you know that we spend more on defense here in the United States of America than the rest of the world combined by a really large margin? Think about that for a second. The rest of the world combined. And the Republicans and these few senators in the middle look at the bill and go, oh, yeah, I just wish we were spending a little bit more on defense. I find that unbelievable. So, now what is it down to? It's down to only 2 or 3 Republicans. Now, they got to get all the Democrats on board, which is not guaranteed at this point, especially because if they cut in the wrong places and add in the wrong places, you might lose some Democrats who go, no, this isn't the stimulus package I wanted. I'm not going to sign on for this. So first, you got to keep all the Democrats in order to make sure that it passes in whatever form they have it in. And then you have to get 2 or 3 Republican senators. And it turns out there are only 3 possibilities. All the other ones, right now, according to the reporting on the Hill, are dead set against it. No matter what the cuts are, no matter what it is. They were never going to vote for it. You think they were going to vote for it? No. They just wanted to be able to campaign against something. This is like a manna from heaven for them. This is a gift for them because they wanted to go back to being a fiscally conservative party, conveniently when they're out of power. When they were in power, they were spending money like crazy. Then when they're out of power, they're like, oh, yeah, no. They shouldn't spend the money. They shouldn't. We should, but they shouldn't, right? So, and they want to run on that, and they want to build a party around that. So, of course they're going to vote no on this. Your only 3 hopes are Susan Collins and Olympia Snowe of Maine and Arlen Specter of Pennsylvania. Those are the only ones that are in play. And why are they in play? Because they're in the Northeast. And Rick Santorum, fellow Republican senator from Pennsylvania, got his ass handed to him on a silver platter. Lost by 18 points in Pennsylvania. So if Arlen Specter is interested in his ass, which I know for a fact he is, he'll put a couple of thoughts behind voting for that stimulus package. He doesn't, and then Obama goes to Pennsylvania and starts talking about how Arlen Specter did things the old way and was obstructionist and cost Pennsylvania jobs. Arlen Specter is in a world of trouble. If he knows what's good for him, and I have a sense that Specter does, my guess is he votes for this. The ladies up in Maine seem untouchable for some reason. Like, no matter how many times they vote with the Republicans, and no matter how many times they voted with Bush and Cheney, you cannot get it out of the media's head that they're moderate. I don't know if it's because they're women or if it's because they're from the Northeast or a combination, but when they go on TV, I've never heard an anchor or host say anything but the moderate Susan Collins, the centrist Olympia Snowe. Based on what? Well, we're about to see. Now, they helped craft this. If they vote against it, it's insanity. So, my guess is they're going to vote for it, and this thing will squeak by. But here's a very important point. Let's assume it doesn't for a second. Is that the end of the world? I don't think so. And here's why. Not because it doesn't, some form of a stimulus package doesn't need to pass. I think it does. But here's why. You remember, it's actually 51 senators you need to pass a bill. It's not 60. It's only 60 or 61 because the Republicans are threatening to filibuster. Are you kidding me? You're going to filibuster this? I mean, again, here, if the Democrats had any sense and were a strong party, they'd be like, oh, our bad. Have at it, horse. You want to filibuster the stimulus package when we just got an unemployment numbers in that is as bad as it's ever been since 1974, and the economy's in a tailspin, and you're going to filibuster a stimulus package. Oh, please, by all means, here's the phone book. Have at it. Please keep reading it all day long. Show me what a wonderful filibuster you have. Are you guys mental? Let them do it. So if they pull any more shenanigans, well, I want more tax cuts. I want to spend more on defense. Oh, that's interesting. All right, look, here's your filibuster. Enjoy. Do it in front of the cameras, man. Have everybody have. No, I know. Obama's going to Pennsylvania and Maine. But don't you worry about a thing, man. You guys are on the ball here. Filibuster away and see how that comes out for you. Come on, man. Let's grow a pair. Let's play. They want to play politics. Let's play hardball politics.